You already know we gonna get a little recap going. We're gonna start with the probably the worst game of last night that I'm talking about. We're talking about 4 games a day. We're talking about the 76ers and the Pacers. We're talking about the Celtics and the Heat, Kings at Warriors, and the Bulls at Lakers. First, 76ers at Pacers. This was not a fun game. I stopped watching midway through the third quarter because there were other things I could put on that were better than that, because that was just a waste of time. The 76ers sat their starters in the fourth quarter. They knew this game was over. The Pacers just dominated the first half. How they did that was giving Joel and Tyrese Maxey so much more attention than other teams have in the past this season. Of course, teams are giving Joel and Tyrese Maxey a lot of attention, but I thought that the Pacers last night, the way that they played their defense is they were like, we're going to let the bench beat us. When Joel gets the ball, we're going to crash on Joel, and when Tyrese Maxey gets the ball, we're going to worry about nothing but Tyrese Maxey. And that's what the Pacers did tonight, and it worked for them. Miles Turner played great interior defense, as well as Pascal Siakam. Buddy Hield made big shots throughout the night. Pascal had a triple-double in the game. So for the Pacers, everything was clicking, but the 76ers, it was not. Joel still had a great game. He probably ended with 30 still. And Tyrese Maxey was getting to the free throw line doing what he does. Of course, he's going to kick the ball out and get some assists, but it wasn't the 76ers bench did not do much for them, and they didn't help. And we're just going to leave that there. This was not a fun game, so there it is. Now the Celtics at the Heat. I'm not going to talk too many statistics about this game, but it was a fun one. The Celtics shot, I think they were saying it the entire time as they were shooting 65%. I don't know if they ended shooting 65%, but as long as the game mattered in the third quarter, as long as things, like they were still playing for something, the Celtics were shooting 65%. And when a team shoots 65%, there is nothing you can do about it to win that game, because that means they aren't missing any shots. The Miami Heat also shot really well at some points. I don't know what it ended like, but they were shooting above 50% for most of the game. So it was a high scoring game. There were a lot of points put up. It was a fun game, but there were a couple things that we're going to take away and we're going to look at and be like, eesh. First one is the Terry Rozier experiment. I love the idea of having Terry Rozier here. And in my trade video, I was like, yeah, you getting a guy that's going to average 20 and 7. He going to dish the ball out. I've watched a couple Hornets games, and he's dished it out, but it is the Hornets, and now that you put him in this situation, you kind of see that Terry Rozier might not be your point guard. I prefer him at the 2. Shout out to Kenny the Jet Smith for pointing that out during the halftime show. I was like, wow, he's absolutely right. Terry Rozier is not a point guard. He needs to be a shooting guard. I would much prefer to see Tyler Hero step in at that role, or Jimmy Butler. I think for the team, the best option would be Jimmy Butler, but for progression, it would be best for Tyler Hero. Bam Adebayo didn't have a crazy night tonight, but I do think there are too many possessions that go by where Bam doesn't touch the ball, and Bam has become an underrated player. He's one of the best defensive players in the league that we have. Still hasn't won a Defensive Player of the Year. This could be his year. Next year might be his year. The year after could be his year. But the offense has really come around in the last year or two. The mid-range game is amazing, and he gets to the basket so well for a smaller center, of course. But he's a strong guy, so he just gets his way in there. He loves that mid-range. Porzingis would be coming up on him. He just pull up, stop on a dime, put it way up in the air, and it's just cash. And that's just what Bam does. The Celtics put up 143 points to 110, and how they did that was because the Miami Heat was packing the paint in the entire second half. They were helping out of the paint way too much. I mean, helping in the paint too much. If JT was going to the back, just had a alarm completely blow my recording, so I'm gonna try and pick up back where I was. I think I was talking about the Celtics getting to the paint. Yes. The Celtics were getting to the paint. It doesn't matter who, all of them. When they went to the paint, the Heat were having 3 people help. 3 to 4 people are all in the paint. Do you know what team you're playing? Like, I get that you know, try this, try that. But you're playing the Boston Celtics that just shot 60% in the first half. There's no need for you to come out in the second half and say, we're going to live with the outside shots. We're going to let them beat us on the outside. We're going to restrict the inside. If they want to beat us by making shots, they can do that. That's what they already were doing. So, from that, I'm not questioning Eric Spoelstra, even though I kind of am. I love Spo. I think he's one of the best coaches we got in the league. But I was like, I don't really understand that. It is what it is. Luke Cornett gave some amazing minutes today. He had 12 points, 4 or 5 rebounds. He was just taller than everybody. He was getting some buckets. Porzingis continues to play amazing in the first quarter. He had like 14 in the first quarter, shooting threes. He got hurt midway through the third quarter. That's something to mention. I do think it was an ankle sprain, and he was doubtful to return, which is good for them, which means that he maybe could have returned, but it was best that he did not. So he probably won't be out for too long. It should just be a mild ankle sprain or something like that. But, yeah, he continues to play really well in the first quarter. They love to force-feed him the ball in the first and let him shoot his threes. And the thing about Miami is their wings and their guards are not very big, so Porzingis was kind of just killing them. Everything was a mismatch, basically. Even when Bam was on him, it was kind of a mismatch because he still has 4 or 5 inches of height on him. So Porzingis can get that shot off on anybody on the entire Miami Heat roster, and he did that tonight. Now the Bulls and the Lakers game. The Bulls went ahead and just lost themselves this game. Just going to start not looking at my notes, what I remember. Chicago turned the ball over so much. I'm going to pull up the stats. Hold on. 17 turnovers from the Chicago Bulls tonight. They fought, man. I never felt like they were out of the game until we were like halfway through the fourth quarter, and they were still down big. But Chicago decided that they wanted to come back in the last like 5 minutes of the game. It was too late, but they came back a little bit. They made it an interesting game. What really did it for Chicago was at the end of the first half, the Lakers went on a 12-0 run and just put a dent in them. And for the rest of the game, it was Chicago trying to fight back, but the Lakers' offense was clicking tonight. D'Angelo Russell hit, I don't know if he hit any more in the night, but I have down that he hit 8 threes. He had 17 points in the third quarter. LeBron was stroking the thing. D'Lo was hitting his shots. Anthony Davis finally showed up. He was non-existent for the whole first half. Kind of was just here and there and here and there. But came alive in the third quarter. All of them. Everybody came alive in the third quarter for the Lakers. The fourth quarter, stats, they got padded. The stats got padded in the fourth quarter. I don't care. I don't even want to look at the stats. It's just going to skew my mind of what I think this game was. Because the Lakers had a disgusting fourth quarter. The Lakers did not care. This game was wrapped up. If the Chicago Bulls were a better team, they could have come back and won this game. But the Lakers let off the gas, and it worked for them tonight. Also, another thing I have is D'Angelo Russell eyebrows are way too close together. I mean, like you can see the line in between my eyebrows. Like, you can see there where there's no eyebrow. D'Lo, it's like, maybe like that thick. Like, his brows are like here. I know that's like so irrelevant, but every time I look at D'Angelo Russell now, I can't not look at his eyebrows because he needs someone to take care of them for him a little bit better. Shout out to his stylist, whatever, if he has one. Not shout out, they're not doing a great job. AR-15 had a good game today. That is what it is. I also thought that Patrick Williams played solid defense tonight. He was guarding LeBron, and LeBron got tough buckets on him, but he made them tough buckets. They weren't easy. He wasn't getting nothing easy all night. Patrick Williams made him at least have to work for it, and I can appreciate that. Also, Jared Vanderbilt, in like 2 games, he made like 18 straight shots. He did end up missing a shot in this game, but he started 7 for 7. Last game, I think he was like 10 for 10, 11 for 11. So he's made a bunch of shots recently. Vando has been playing really well. He knows what shots to take, what shots to not take now, which I appreciate. And he just takes the inside shots. What's given to him, he takes, and they go in for him. So, yeah. Also, Alex Caruso and DeRozan carried the first quarter. I know that's super irrelevant because I've talked about everything else in the game but the first quarter. But, yeah, that is what it is. And, yeah, that's it for this game. We'll just stop right there. And my alarm just went off for the third time and second time. So now we have a third recording. This is now pissing me off. Sorry. Because why? Why is it so difficult to record videos sometimes? Like, why can a timer come up and just stop my recording? I don't like that. Okay, last game. The best game. I was so excited for this game. The Kings and the Warriors. You already know it's going to be a movie. Every time they play, it's a movie. It's fun every single time. The pace was pushed. From the opening possession, the pace was pushed the entire game. It finished, what was it, like 144 to something? Like a very, very high scoring game. It was a fun one, too. Back and forth. Through the whole first half, it was back and forth. Yes, the final score was 134 to 133. The Kings held on. The first half was back and forth. A lot of back and forth. Curry put up 18 points in the first quarter, none in the second quarter. Jonathan Kuminga came alive and was alive the whole game. It was a fun one, especially for the Warriors. But the second half came around. The Kings took the lead, and they didn't let go of that lead. The Kings held that lead through the whole third quarter and most of the fourth quarter. The Warriors were fighting back. They were within 5 points, 6 points the entire time. But the whole time they were just fighting back. Just fighting back. It was close. Never more than like a 6-point lead for the Kings. So the Warriors are in it the whole time. We get down to the wire the last couple minutes of the game. The Warriors finally take the lead. Jonathan Kuminga gets 2 dunks to go. Warriors take the lead. Then what happened? I have it written down. I don't remember what happened. Oh, yes. The Kings get 2 offensive rebounds, and then a loose ball goes out of bounds. Kings get the ball back, draw up a beautiful play for Sabonis on the inbounds, and they get Sabonis the ball on the inbounds. He throws down the dunk. Super easy. Now, Warriors get the ball. Got like 20 seconds left. It's time to make a play. It's time to get something going. And what happened? Straps. Ball goes out of bounds. Curry gets the ball. What happened a little bit more? They doubled him. Straps. De'Aaron Fox pickpockets him at the end of the game. Tried a 360 East Bay on him. I was like, dang. He missed it, but he tried. This was a super fun one. I want to get on my notes now. Klay Thompson always thinks that he's hot every time he shoots the ball. It's so funny. He'll make 1 3, and then the next one he'll start shooting them like this, and just like putting it down, not holding the follow through. That's when you know someone's thinking they hot, and he just bricked them tonight. Like, I don't think he made back-to-back ones. He made an and 1 4-point play to start the third quarter. That was nice. It was pretty cool, I guess. De'Aaron was really carrying in the fourth quarter. De'Aaron does that. It was a De'Aaron Fox kind of game. Like, he played good in the first quarter. It was quiet, but it was good. And then the second and third, it was good, but not as quiet. And then the fourth quarter, he just exploded. Like, dang, that's kind of sus. That's just what he does, though. And what else? Let's see. Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray was also very quiet tonight. Made a bunch of big shots. But the man, the myth, the legend, the ex-Warrior, the ex-Golden State Warrior, championship with the Golden State Warriors, Harrison Barnes dropped 39. He shot 14 for 24, 7 for 12 from 3. Harrison Barnes, something got into him tonight. Something was wrong with that man. He got the ball in the first quarter, shot 3 for 3 from 3. His first 3 shots got to go. For the rest of the game, it did not matter. He was taking that shot. And a lot of the times, players like Harrison Barnes will take those shots. You know, they'll make their first 2, and then they'll think they're hot for a little bit, and they'll shoot for the rest of the first half, and then they'll just chill out for the rest of the game because they ain't on shit. Harrison Barnes was on shit the entire game. It was actually crazy. Yeah, De'Aaron ended with 29, 9 for 16. Dario Saric had a really great first half. He didn't play as many minutes in the second half, but he gave a lot of good minutes in the first half for the Warriors. He shot 4 for 4 from 3, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Curry, 33, 6 threes. AirPods played a good game. Draymond Green wasn't on shit for the first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter comes around, and he's dishing the ball. He was Kuminga's hype man all night. He had 11 assists. Yeah, he ended with 11 assists. And Kuminga ended with 31, 12 for 19. Klay Thompson, 5 for 14, 2 for 7 from 3, 16 points. And Andrew Wiggins. Let's talk about Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is so good and so bad at the same time this past season. Let me tell you why. Because in the first quarter, there were a couple things. There was a shot he took and some things that I look at Wiggs and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what happened? And then we get to the second half and he's like, hey, I'm back. Don't even worry about it. I'm here now. I'm just going to make all the shots I take. He finished 6 for 8. I think the 2 that he missed was in the first half. I can check that. Y'all probably don't care, so I'm not even going to check. But Wiggins confuses me as a player. I love Andrew Wiggins. I love the story. But it's hard to watch him sometimes because he's got his good games. He's got his bad games. I wish it could just be like his all-star starter season where there were mostly all good games. But shout out to Andrew Wiggins. Let me see if we have anything else. The last 2 things. One, Curry just be doing shit. There was a shot in the fourth quarter that he just flipped up like this. He was falling, and he put up the shot. As soon as it left his hands, I go, it's going in. And it went in. Curry just be doing shit. It's incredible. Don't take Curry for granted. Don't take LeBron for granted either, please. Or Embiid. Just saying. Enjoy what we have right now. Because they will not be here forever. And the last thing. Is offensive 3 seconds a thing anymore? Do we not call that? Sabonis has a lot of plays. And this is no knock at Sabonis. I'm a huge Sabonis fan. Love the Ox. There are so many times where he has time to pump fake 4 or 5 times in the post. He's in there longer than 3 seconds. Even Kevon Looney thought it'd be cool to try it out at some point in the game. And he did. And they didn't call it either. He was just... They never call the offensive 3 seconds. They'll call defensive 3 seconds, but they don't ever call the offensive 3 seconds. I don't know why. It is what it is. I do wish that they enforce the rules sometimes. They enforce the rules on things that they shouldn't sometimes, and they don't things that they should. That makes sense, I think. Yeah. That's enough rant for the offensive 3 seconds. It doesn't even matter. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. I appreciate y'all's time today. If you want to hit the sub button, see some more, I'd appreciate it. Hit the like if you enjoyed the video, and I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Peace.